Alright, so today, ladies and friends, we're going to talk about what is Google Suite and its possible implications in our work as a teacher, and at the same time, its possible usability in the field of office works and in our career as a teacher. So first of all, what is Google Suite? Google Suite is a collection of productivity apps developed by Google. So this was first launched last August 28, 2006 as Google Apps for your domain. So as you can see, it is comprised of many applications that includes calendar, etc. But the most common and the most well-known is the Gmail email service. Really, the feature of this Google Suite app is that it provides us with the ability to instantly sync all our information files across all devices. We're going to discuss them one by one and its possible purpose. As we discussed, try to visualize how could this help you in your work as a teacher and for those who are doing office work. Right. First, the most common is the Gmail. So this is, I think everyone knows what is a Gmail account. So it allows us to send and receive emails. So emails sent are usually around 25 MB. So I would just like to emphasize this, that using Gmail, this very integrated and connected with your Google Drive, which we will discuss later on, which is like a hard disk, virtual hard disk wherein you can save files. So let's say, for example, you want to send an email which is more than 25 megabytes. The Gmail will actually prompt you to upload this one in your Google Drive, give you a link that will allow you to send emails that are more than 25 MB, right? We also have the Google Drive. So Google Drive, I think you're familiar with the hard disk. So this is the hard disk application here. So it serves as a storage of all your files. And much more than that, you can synchronize all your files across your devices. Let's say, for example, what does this mean? Let's say, for example, you have a cell phone, you have a laptop, you have a desktop, and you were working at home and you wanted all the files that you have used at home to be found also in your desktop. As long as they are all connected to the internet, automatically all these files will be synchronized across all your devices. You can view it using your phone, you can view it using your desktop. As long as they are connected to the internet, it will automatically sync. So Google Drive actually encompasses all the applications under Google Suite. So that includes your Gmail, your Google Forms, your Google Sheets. All under that, you are only given 15 gig of allowable data storage. But you are free to upgrade. But the good news is, as long as you have your deped.gov.ph account, we call that the Google Suite for Education account, which is actually given to us for free for all public school teachers, you have unlimited storage. Okay, so you can save as many as you can. Okay, but I will actually talk about that later. It is unlimited and you can have as many data as you like, files as you like. And it allows you to do collaboration. So the idea here is that you'll be able to send a link to somebody else for them to add more information or to revise the files. So it is really for, for teamwork, for office members to collaborate. All these applications under Google Suite could actually really help us, especially here under the new normal. Right? So instead of passing the paper physically, you can now send a link to someone and then ask them to revise, modify, or improve a document that you're working on. So that's the beauty of Google Suite. Okay, so just to show you, I've shared to you that we have, we are given free account. We call this on Google Suite for Education. Okay, so usually if you have your own Gmail account, it's actually for free, but you're only allowed around 15 gig of storage. If you go for 100 gig, you'll be asked to pay $1.99 per month. Okay, so for 30 TB, that's $299 or almost $300 per month. I'm showing this to you because I want to share to you how important it is to really maximize our deped.gov.ph domain or the Google Suite for Education account, because it gives us a lot of capabilities. It allows us to work better and might as well as maximize this one. We are not asked to pay that much, or $300 per month. It's given to us for free. Your ITO can actually create unlimited accounts for all the teachers as long as they are really teachers. But the downside here is that those administrators have actually access to your account. So let me just tell you that, because they will be granted access to your account, and since because of that, you need to be careful with the privacy settings. So I would suggest that only those related to work should be uploaded to your account. So there are privacy issues that you need to be aware of, right? Another important application under Google Suite is Google Docs. So this is the equivalent of the Microsoft Word in Microsoft Office 365. If we define Google Docs, it is actually a word processor platform. So this allows you to invite collaborators. What is the difference between working with just offline Microsoft Office Word? Office 365 allows users to share it. Let me just tell you that all teachers are entitled to a Microsoft Office 365 account, similar with Google Suite. So the same feature, it allows you to collaborate, and it allows you to sync all your data or letters or all your Microsoft Word documents or Google documents across your devices. Okay, so it is a word processor platform, meaning you can encode your forms, your documents, your letters in Google Docs. So we are going to review them one by one later on. We're going to explore them. Let's try to create documents using Google Docs later. We also have Google Sheets. So this is the equivalent of Microsoft Excel. Also allows you to invite collaborators. And let me share to you that we'll discuss Google Forms later on. All the data you have collected from people, you can use Google Sheets to analyze the results of the data. And this is more like Microsoft Excel really. And much more than that, there are many add-ons you can add, which allows you to, number one, send, for example, e-certificates, automatically send e-certificates. It also allows you to send automatic emails to your students, to teachers. So it has a lot of capability. So again, this is the equivalent to Microsoft Excel in Microsoft Office 365. You also have what you call a Google Slide. So this is the equivalent to PowerPoint presentation. So I think as a teacher, we'll be using a lot of PowerPoint. Might as well as try Google Slide, because it really syncs well with Google Classroom. So if you're using Google Classroom and you want to share a slide, you can use Google Slide. Let me just tell you that Microsoft PowerPoint presentations can easily be converted to Google Slides. You have no problems with syncing all your files together if you use Google, right? So the thing is, if you use Google Slide, it is very compatible with Google Classroom because they belong to one developer. At the same thing, it allows you to invite collaborators so they can add more information there, and it will automatically sync with all your devices, cell phones, tablets, and across desktops. Okay, and you can also share by giving them a link to, you assign them roles as editors so that they can modify and improve the slides. We also have what you call Google Forms. So this is a survey administration app. So allows you to collect information from your learners or co-teachers. Especially right now under the new normal, we need to collect data without doing physical contact as much as possible. So what do? You use Google Forms. You can customize questions, you can create quizzes, you can do a lot of things, collect very important information from people, and allows collaboration and better insights regarding your collected information. So you can also ask somebody to collaborate with you in the development of the forms. They can add more questions, they can revise those questions. So you can actually do that, and this is very vital in research and in decision making. Later on, in the coming videos, we're going to explore all these apps one by one and try to see its possible relevance in our classes. So we also have what you call Google Calendar. So you can also organize your schedule through all your devices. By the way, all these apps can be installed in your mobile phone. So let's say, for example, you have a schedule coming up and you wanted to save it, then you can save it through your phone, which is very accessible to you as of the moment. And then it will automatically sync with your desktop, your computer, with your laptop. So you will see your schedule there. Makes it really impossible for you to miss any important schedules. So this is also vital in research at the same time, because the progress of your research. You can conduct interviews, and also you can also set meetings using Google Calendar. So again, all those things we have mentioned, Google Classroom, all the apps later on, Google Classroom, Google Meet, can be synced with Google Calendar. So all the schedules that you'll be developing there, including in Google Keep, which we will discuss later on, you will be able to sync it using your calendar, and you'll be able to see your calendar real time. And your calendar will actually notify you if you have schedules for the day. So it's like having a real secretary and assistant to inform you of the latest schedules that you have for that day and for the coming days. We also have Google Classroom. So this is very important for teachers. It provides you an avenue to share files with your students or colleagues, allows you to grade written works with rubrics, provides a platform interacting with content, announcements, and giving feedback. So Google Classroom is basically one of the most important platform that we can probably use, and we can help our provide students with feedback regarding their outputs. There will be a 2 by 2 correspondence in Google Classroom, and you can send them feedback, you can grade, you can revise their grade, put all your feedbacks there, and then the student can actually reply to you. You can also upload a lot of content there for the student to study, provide them with support in order for them to finish all your work. I've mentioned here you can also do it with your colleagues, because we are also encouraging all principals to set up a Google Classroom, okay, for them to submit their assignments, not really assignments, but their their reports. So you can also place there very important links for collecting information. So for all the school principals that are listening right now, I think you should know all these platforms. You won't be asking your teachers to really physically report every now and then just for them to give reports. So there are a lot of ways for you to do it without using face to face, right? And ensuring at the same time that they are working and they are engaged. So we also have Google Meet. So this is a video communication service. So in Google Suite for Education, you can invite as many as 250 participants. So as long as you use the deped.gov.ph account, you can invite as many as 250 participants or students to your class. And this could be a good avenue for you to do meetings for parents, for your co-teachers, and for the students. Now, another feature for us using deped.gov.ph account is that we can use the record feature. So all we have to do later on, I'll show you, click on the 3 dots on the lower right side, and then just click on record meeting. So if you're the host, or if the host allows you, you can record your whole meeting. This is also very useful in research. So let's say, for example, you cannot do face-to-face interview anymore. So what you're going to do is to do your meetings and interview, your focus group discussion using Google Meet. And you can record all the discussions, the reactions using this platform. You also have the Google Blogger. So some of us are really wondering, how do you create a website? So this is more like, giving you the ability to create your web blogs. This is actually for free, as long as the domain that you're using has .blogger.com. Okay, so you can customize the first part, like you can name it with the name of your website, and then the .blogger.com could be is the one consistent. However, you can also pay for a domain. So you can create it on your own or in collaboration with others, and it is a good avenue in publishing your articles or even your personal blogs. So if you want to share something to the people, your insights, your ideas, you can use Google Blogger, right? So actually, there are many other apps under Google, right? So all you have to do is to explore. And one of the things that I've been really using since, the release of Google Suite is Google Keep. So I love using Google Keep because it actually provides us with the ability to take down notes. So it's a note-taking service and provides a variety of tools, including taking down notes, making a list, or storing files and audio. So the only difference with this in Google Drive is that it only allows you to upload only one file at a time. So that's the only thing, because it's for note-taking. So let's say, for example, you have a meeting with your principal or your supervisor. You can record all the important things using audio, you can using making a list, and all those important details that you need to take down notes with. And automatically, all this information will be synced to all your devices. So you can access it using your desktop, your cell phone, and even your tablet. So Again, it allows you to sync the information across all your devices and allows you to, a very important feature in this is that if, let's say for example, you have an important text, as long as it's clear, you take a picture of it, it's a picture. But Google Keep can actually provide you with the ability to convert it to text, meaning it will automatically capture the text that is found in the image and then translate it for you, and then you can copy paste it. No need to encode the text anymore. Sometimes we want information to be encoded, and actually we already have Google Keep and Google Docs to actually do that for us, right? So subscribe for more videos. Later on, we're going to discuss each of these app together as we explore how it could be very useful in us doing work under the new normal and teaching students how to be more engaged. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to have this PowerPoint presentation, all you have to do is to go to the video description and fill in the form found there. I'll see you in the next video.